effect, the butterfly effect, Ashish Thakuri.
To put to rout, all that was not life, and not when I had come to die, discover that I had not lived. I'm sure that a lot of you must have heard this quote by the great Sir Henry David Thoreau, and if I were to summarize myself in a single quote, this would be it. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, and especially good evening to TMND Natika. Icebreaker they call it, and so shall it be. But does any one of you know the origin of the term icebreaker? So well, the term predates back to the 18th century, when the ships navigating through the frozen seas of Atlantic used to have a steam-powered mechanism in front of the ship so that they can break the ice and steer forward. So well, breaking the ice, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ashish Thakuri. I am a sapiosexual, which means I am attracted towards intelligence. I am a cinephile, which means I love cinema. I am a grammar Nazi, by the way, and I am also a football fanatic. I'm sure you must have been wondering that why exactly I didn't begin by talking about what I do for a living. But a great man once said, you're not your job, you're not the contents of your wallet, you're not the money you have in your bank, you're not the pajamas you wear, you're not the car you drive. And the great man was none other than Tyler Durden. And I'm neither Tyler Durden nor do I suffer from the dissociative identity disorder like him. But I would rather talk about what brings me here. So let's talk some science. In science, there's a concept called as the butterfly effect or chaos theory, which simply states that the flutter of a butterfly's wings in one part of the world can bring about a cyclone or storm in some other part of the world. Simply put, it means that everything that you're doing right now is an outcome of a small action you took in the past. And the reason I'm standing here in front of you right now is one such butterfly effect which triggered it many years ago. Many years ago when I was an adolescent, one time I went to attend a function in my school, which was hosted by my senior, 4 years senior to me. Now in those days there are hormonal changes in your body, right? You have those crushes going on, and I had a crush on my 4-year-old senior. She did host the whole event and she did a perfect job. After the event got over, she was met by a thunderous round of applause. I said, this is what I want to do. So I started public speaking. I started winning quizzes and debates left, right and center, and I realized that this is something I'm good at. With further encouragement from my teacher who pushed me hard, who used to think that I have a good, strong, husky voice. There was no looking back. So I realized that public speaking was my calling. I realized that journalism is what I wanted to do. And I did not do it. Instead, I did engineering. Which was a disaster. And I was lost for 4 years. I lost my passion for public speaking, but then, as Jalaluddin Rumi said, what you seek is seeking you. 4 years after my engineering, I landed up a job, which included me being a public speaker. And there was my passion all over again. After almost 3 years of working in an organization, I joined Toastmasters. The journey has been really rewarding so far. I did my CC, I did my CL, I did my ALD, I won the Triple Crown, I won the division recently, and I was a finalist in the District 14 Championship. But what happens when you win certain, when you achieve all the goals you had set? You set new goals. And this is what Pathways Visionary Communication Track is offering to you. To take that passion for public speaking a next step further. And trust me, none of it would have happened if it had been triggered by that butterfly effect. Imagine a parallel situation. That a day prior to the function I had fallen ill. I wouldn't have attended the function. I would have never realized that I love public speaking. And I wouldn't have been standing right here in front of you, delivering this speech right now. The point that I'm trying to make over here is that we tend to procrastinate. We tend not to take certain actions, not realizing that how it might pan out in the longer run. You might be a butterfly right now, and the flutter of your wings might not generate enough wind speed to blow a candle. But in the longer run, trust me my friends, it might stir up a cycle. It might be a catalyst for a super. So realize your potential, because remember, every champion was once a fighter who refused to give up. Over to you.